Hi everyone, welcome to Yoga by the Window. I'm Claudia and I'm going to be taking you through a longer flow today, about 30 to 40 minutes, where we're just going to feel our body stretch into deep places while breathing into all of the energy centers throughout our energy system and our aura. You don't need anything. I always recommend having a pillow nearby just in case your knees are feeling a bit sensitive, and maybe a strap as well in case you have trouble reaching back for your foot or reaching for opposite hands and things like that. But that's it, let's get started. All right, I have my cute little tree-shaped pillow by me. I'm just gonna knock that off to the side. We're gonna start at the top of your mat. Inhale, raise your hands up. Really pulling your fingertips away from the soil towards the sun. Settling your heels deep into the soil, into the roots of the earth. Exhale, begin to fold forward, nose first. Hands reaching up towards the sun behind you. Bend your knees slightly if it's uncomfortable to keep them too straight. And then sweep your fingertips towards the ground. Bend your knees as much as you need to for them to touch. You're gonna look forward, inhale. You might sniff the tree that's in front of you if you have one too, and slowly fold. Inhale, look forward. Exhale, fold. Bend your knees as much as you need to place your left palm on the ground and twist, bending your right knee, your left knee actually, and then reaching your right hand into the sky. Inhale. Exhale, straighten both knees as much as you can, as much as is comfortable for you, and then bend your right knee, reach up with your left hand. We're just gonna take it nice and slow today, feeling your body and breathing deeply. Back to center. Look forward, inhale. Exhale, tuck your nose to your knees, and then walk your feet back, plank position. Engage your core, wrists under shoulders, knees in line with your hips, in line with your ankles. Bend your elbows, guide your belly onto the ground, and pull your heart through your hands. Inhale. Exhale, tuck your chin into your chest. Guide yourself, rolling your hips up into the sun. Raise your right toes up high. Inhale. And exhale, bend your knee. Push your hips away from you, away from your right foot that's now bent and reaching towards your glutes. Exhale, draw a line through center with your right knee and over towards your left hand. So you're creating a diagonal here with your right shin. Bend your right knee as much as is comfortable for you, and you're going to twist into your right side. Breathe deeply, 3 breaths. Really keeping your left leg strong and straight behind you. Engage your glutes, cinch your inner thighs together, and then you're gonna reach your right hand forward, draw a line up to the soil, back to your left foot, and then draw a line over the horizon, opening up into your right side. Stay on your right foot if that is comfortable for you. If it is not, just come to sit like this. Raise your left hand up. Inhale. Exhale, reach over, crawling your fingertips over to your left so you feel a stretch in your right QL. Now reach your right hand up, sit on your glutes if you weren't already, and reach over, maybe holding onto the top of your left foot with your right hand. 3 breaths. Slowly come back up. Bring yourself to sit. Place your right hand on the outside of your right foot. Pivot onto the top of your left and lower into your low lunge on your right side. Raise your hands up and into the sky. Engage your glutes. Pull your left hip forward, right hip back. 3 deep breaths. And just kind of move your hands through your aura today. Engage your core. So pull your belly button in rather than pushing it out. And breathe. 3 more breaths. Last exhale, frame your right foot with your hands, tuck your left toes, stretch back, plank position, reaching your right toes behind you. Inhale and exhale, lower your right toes, remove your pillow if you had it. Bend your elbows, guide your heart towards the ground, up and into your upward facing dog. On the tops of your feet, trying to engage your glutes, your core, so that the tops of your thighs are off of the mat. 3 breaths here. If that's uncomfortable, just lower your thighs, come onto your belly, lie your belly on the mat, and you'll be fine here. 2 more breaths. Now, like a wave, you could come through tabletop, or you can tuck your toes under, bend your knees, hips first, and then your heart towards the sun. Draw a line up from the soil to the sun with your left toes. Bend your left knee, push your hips out, hips away from your left toes. 3 deep breaths. Draw a line through center with your left knee. Step your left foot over to your right wrist, your right hand. Again, creating kind of a diagonal with your left shin. And then twist into your left side. Engage your glutes, engage your core. Cinch your inner thighs together and breathe. Beautiful. Reach your left hand up and into the sun, drawing a line back and forward and back through the horizon, pivoting on the ball of your right foot and opening up into your right side. You can stay on your foot here, or you could come to sit on your glutes. Breathe in and exhale. And exhale, reach over for your right foot. We're going to take 3 deep breaths here. Keep your heart open to the sun, to the moon. And slowly come back up. Again, if this is uncomfortable, sit on your glutes. You're gonna draw a line over to your toes, back to center. 1 more, over, creeping, crawling your fingertips. Inhale and exhale. Frame your left foot with your hands, pivot back into that low lunge, lowering your right knee to the ground. And in our low lunge here, you're gonna take a deep breath. Raise your hands up and into the sun. Engage your glutes, your core, pull your belly button in. And then just kind of move around here. Perhaps gaining a little bit more of a curve in your low back, tempting your back bends. Just for these 3 breaths, be a little bit curious, or remain steady, deepening into your psoas. Slowly come back to center. Frame your left foot with your hands, tuck your right toes under, step back, plank position, reaching your left toes backwards. Inhale, exhale, lower your left toes, remove your pillow, bend your elbows, slowly guiding yourself through your plank chaturanga into your upward facing dog. again, with using your core, your leg strength to keep your quads off of the mat, or lying on your belly in a low cobra. 3 breaths. Beautiful. Whatever breath you're on, give yourself an exhale. Tuck your toes under, bend your knees slightly. And again, we're gonna roll our hips up first, then our chest into our downward dog. Beautiful, guys. We're gonna take that flow a little bit faster. Right toes up and into the sun. Inhale. Exhale, bend your knee, opening your hips towards the right side. 3 deep breaths. Draw a line through center with your right knee, over your right foot meeting your left hand, bend your knee, low lying dragon, twist into your right. 3 deep breaths here. Your right hand can go wherever you'd like, or keep it in motion. On your next exhale, you're going to pivot on the ball of your left foot, opening into your left side, squatting or placing your glutes on the mat. You're going to take a deep breath in, raise your left hand. Exhale, lower onto your glutes, either knee up or in towards center. And reach over for your left toes with your right hand. 2 deep breaths. Engage your core, slowly come back to center. Place your hands framing your right toes, pivot on your left, low lunge. Beautiful. Sit up tall here, engage your glutes, pull in your core. 3 deep breaths here, finding curiosity or a back bend. Beautiful. Frame your right toes with your hands, tuck your left, step back, plank, toes raised, engage your core. Beautiful, rise up into a downward dog, still lifting your right toes, and back to plank. We're just gonna do this 2 more times. Up, really pulling your left toes away from your right. And back, plank position. Bend your elbows, guide your heart towards the ground, through center, upward facing dog. This time you don't need to keep your legs hovering. Unless you want a challenge, you could keep your thighs hovering over the mat. Otherwise, lower your thighs, either in high up dog, high cobra, or low cobra. 3 breaths. Beautiful. Tuck your chin into your chest, tuck your toes under, bend your elbows slightly, and then guide your hips and then your heart into your downward dog. Left toes up and into the sky, pulling your left toes away from your right, like a growing tree. And then bend your left knee, opening your hips to the left side. 3 breaths here. Draw a line through center with your left knee, left foot over to your right palm, twisting into your left side. We're going to take 3 deep breaths here. Reach your left hand up and into the sun, drawing a line through the horizon, pivoting on your right toes, and opening up into your right side. You're gonna sit your glutes right on down, or you can take your foot on the ground like this. Raise your left hand up and into the sun, reaching for the clouds, and then over to your right toes. 3 breaths. Slowly come back to center. Frame your left foot with your hands. Pivot on the ball of your right toes into your low lunge. Beautiful. Sit tall in your low lunge. Engage your core. Engage your glutes. Pull your right hip back. Left hip back, right hip forward. Raise your hands up. Inhale. Exhale. Feel your aura. Feel your body. Or maybe go into a back bend. We're going to spend 3 breaths here. Beautiful. Frame your left toes with your hands. Step back, plank position, reaching your left toes behind you. Slowly rise up to your downward dog with your left toes reaching for the sun as your right reach for the soil. Back into your plank. 2 more. Settle your left toes on the ground. I'm going to put my pillow all the way over there because we don't need it anymore. Bend your elbows, guiding your heart towards the soil up into your up dog. This time we're all going to be in low cobra. And we're going to breathe. Tuck your chin into your chest. Press your palms next to your chest. Tuck your toes. And again, we're going to go like a wave, glutes, and then chest. So guide yourself up. Beautiful. Just like a wave. You're going to bend your knees, hovering them towards the ground. Look forward, shoulders over wrists. And then you're going to reach your right knee towards your left, towards your right hand, and then straighten out your left leg behind you. Left paw on the ground, reach your right hand up and into the sun. Inhale, exhale, twist. So you're threading your right hand underneath your left. And then raise your hand up, inhale. This time reaching over for your left thigh. One more time. Reach your right hand up. Thread it underneath this little triangle your palm and your chest creates. And towards the sun, reaching perhaps for your left thigh. Draw a line through the horizon with your right hand onto your right shin, pivoting on all 10 toes, again, into this sort of arrow pose, bow and arrow pose. Raise your hands up and into the sun, this time reaching inwards over your right foot. Let's take 3 breaths here. And slowly guide yourself up to sit tall. Raising your hands high into the sky. Bend your right knee. And you're just going to reach your right hand towards the outside of your shin, holding on to perhaps your left hand behind you. So when I said you might need a strap, this is kind of what I was talking about, to hold on to your hands here. We're just going to take 2 breaths. Beautiful. Release your hands, release your band. Right knee comes towards your left thigh. Hand forward into a sort of low lunge with your left foot in front, palms on the ground. Step back, plank position into downward dog. Beautiful. Inhale, come onto your toes. Pushing your shoulder blades towards your ears. Lower your heels, bend your knees, hinge forward, shoulders over wrists. Slide your left knee over to your left palm, straightening out your right behind you. Right palm on the ground. Reach your left hand up and into the sun. Exhale, twist. Inhale, unwind, reaching your left hand up, and then back towards your right thigh. Reach your hand up and twist. Unwind, up, over to your right thigh. And back towards center, coming onto your left shin, up and over into that bow and arrow pose again. Beautiful job, you guys. Reach forward towards and over your left foot and breathe. Slowly roll up, bringing your left knee up towards your right, low lunge, downward dog. Beautiful. Let's take a moment and just walk out your heels. Then all your weight goes into your left foot. Cross your right foot behind your left, opening up into a side plank, perhaps pulling your belly button up towards the sky, opening your heart. Wild thing pose. 2 breaths. And lower onto your left hip, perhaps bending your right knee, and then stretch your left hand behind you, creating a goalpost so your elbow is in line with your shoulder. I'm going to stretch out your pecs. Press yourself up onto your left side. You're going to straighten out your right leg up and into the sun, bend your left below you. And we're just going to kind of stretch out your IT band, anything that you feel here. And breathe. 3 deep breaths. Bend your left knee. Your right knee rather. Place your right shin on the ground, guiding yourself onto your right shin. Step back, downward dog. Beautiful. Breathe here. walking out your ankles, your heels, your shins. Then all your weight goes into your right foot, guiding yourself onto your right side, perhaps into a side plank or opening wild thing pose. 3 breaths. The goal here is for you to pull your heart outwards and your belly button up rather than just trying to compress your lower back. And slowly come back through your side plank, lowering onto your right side. Keep your right leg straight, bending your left knee, right hand out behind you. Just as I showed you earlier, your right elbow is in line with your chest. You're going to take 2 deep breaths. Slowly guide yourself onto your right side, bending your right knee below you, straightening out your left knee above you as much as you can, just for a fun little rock cat stretch. We're going to take 3 deep breaths here. Bend your left knee, left shin on the ground, guiding yourself up through center into a tabletop position. Beautiful job, you guys. Walk your hands out, chest lowering towards the ground. We're going into puppy pose. Rolling your spine up to sit on your knees. Tuck your toes behind you. And we're going to do a toe stretch. So feeling your toes stretch behind you, stretch out your pinky toes. So guide them away from their other toes, separating all 10 toes, and breathe. While you're here, you're going to start to create deeper breath. So breathe in through your nose, filling up your belly, out of your mouth. Beautiful, you guys. 2 more breaths. And then into your tabletop position, just shake out your toes, come onto your right hip, and to sit. We're gonna come into butterfly, so move your legs, press the bottoms of your feet together, and lower your knees as much as you can towards the ground. And just like if you ever took dance class, or if you just imagine a butterfly, flutter your wings that you've created with your legs. Sit tall, guiding your heart forward. Maybe close your eyes. Let's take a trip. Imagine that you're breathing the open air as it gently brushes against your cheeks, moving your hair away from your forehead, away from your eyes. As you fly, notice how the air changes as you go from an area with fall weather to winter, to spring, to summer, and back to fall. Notice which one you want it to stay in the longest. Which one you want it to revisit. Now go back to that favorite spot, that favorite season, and take a little bit more time fluttering around the flowers, the grass. What sorts of flowers do you see? What colors, shapes? Try not to manipulate these thoughts, these visions. Even if you don't necessarily like what you see, just notice which flowers you see, what the shapes are, what the colors are, without trying to change what they look like. Now flutter over to the grass. What other critters do you see? Who do you say hi to as you fly past them? Notice their shapes, their colors. And without trying to manipulate what you see, just notice them, just recognize them. And finally look out and around the grass blades, out and beyond the flowers. What setting are you in? Is it somewhere familiar, somewhere very far away, somewhere mystical? Again, notice the shapes, the colors of this space without trying to change anything. Wherever you are is beautiful and is original and is peaceful and is calm. Now slowly land in the grass in a safe patch. Close your eyes as a butterfly and begin to feel your body again, placing your real hands on your legs. So maybe swaying from side to side, or just settling. Take a deep breath in through your nose, out of your mouth. Look down towards your feet, towards your mat, towards whatever you're on, and gently blink your eyes open, meeting in this space that we are now. Throughout the day, use those observation skills. Notice the colors, the shapes of things. And though they may not be entirely unique to you that day, they will still be more noticed and acknowledged, and thus given positive energy. I thank you so much for journeying with me today, for exploring your body. And I hope that you enjoyed the flow. If you like flows like this, please let me know in the comments. Please subscribe to my channel so I know you want me to make more videos. So it gives me the opportunity and the platform to make more videos. And I look forward to seeing you in the next one. Bye.